So today topic is transients. Okay. What do you mean by a transient? What do you mean by a transient? Transient means sudden change within a stipulated time period or very less time period. Let's say just like impulse response. Transient means a sudden change within the short duration of time. That is called the transient. Okay. So in this transient, we have to look about the two terms called the transient period and steady state period. What do you mean by transient period? Sudden disturbance. That means suddenly if you open the switch or close the switch, the system responses, current values, voltage values, current through the inductor, voltage across the capacitor, and all such values, that disturbances may be the transients. Okay. What do you mean by steady state? So transient may occur at t is equal to 0. Let's say t is equal to 0. Then your steady state may occur at t is equal to infinite. What do you mean by t is equal to infinite? Infinite means it doesn't mean infinite amount of time. Sometimes it may be in milliseconds also. The steady state may reach for the particular system may within milliseconds. It doesn't mean that it may take okay infinite amount of time, undefined time. It's not like that. Okay. Generally, we can call it as a phi time constant. Time constant is L by R for series RL circuit, RC for series RC circuit. Okay, based upon those values, it may be within milliseconds. Ideally, practically, 5 time constants are sufficient to reach the steady state. Ideally, it may be infinite time, but practically 5 time constants. One time constant may be 10 milliseconds. Then 5 time constants may be 50 milliseconds. The order of milliseconds, it may be, right? Okay. Now, of course, just okay, remaining people they can get use of this recorded lecture they want. Okay. Transients are present in the circuit when the circuit subjected to any change either by changing source magnitude or while changing any circuit elements provided circuit consisting of any energy storage element. Since okay, that we will see later. Since okay, when these transients are present in the circuit when the circuit subjected to any change either by changing source magnitude or while changing any circuit element provided circuit consisting of any one of the energy storing age elements such as inductor or capacitor. Please keep this point in the mind. Very important point. Okay, in fact, he's also highlighted that point. Provided it should be one energy storage elements. That means if you're discussing about the transients, there must be an inductor or a capacitor. Yes or no? An inductor or capacitor. Once again, I'm repeating the statement. Transients are present in the circuit when the circuit subjected to any changes, either by changing the source magnitude. Okay, I already mentioned transients means sudden disturbances, sudden changes. Okay, suddenly switch is open or switch is closed, source magnitude is changed. So all these things. So that is, and the situation of transients will occur in such circuit. You have some disturbance, some change in voltage magnitude or current magnitude, some switchover changes, and all these changes occurred in a circuit where energy storage elements such as your inductor or capacitor present. Then we have to look into the transient response for that particular circuit. Okay, since inductor does not allow sudden changes of current and it stores energy in the form of magnetic field, we have seen. Okay, in the beginning of the lectures, we have seen about the inductor, the behavior of inductor, how the energy has been stored in the form of inductor of Li square in the form of magnetic field. It doesn't allow sudden changes in current. Okay, because VL is equal to voltage across inductor, VL is equal to L into di by dt. It doesn't allow sudden changes in current. Capacitor doesn't allow sudden changes in voltage and it stores energy in the form of electric field. We have seen all this. I is equal to C into dV by dt. When circuit is having only resistive elements, no transients are present in the circuit since the resistor allows sudden change in current and voltage and it does not store any energy. That's what. For only pure resistive circuit, whether the switch is closed or open, that doesn't matter because it does not store any energy, either in the form of magnetic field or in the form of electric field. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether the pure resistive circuit only resistance is present, doesn't matter regarding these transients, right? We'll just look into the fundamentals of transients. First, we will look into the series RL circuit. Okay, what do you mean by T is equal to 0 minus, T is equal to 0 plus? See here, while defining 0 minus and 0 plus, that means just before the incident, just after the incident. 0 minus means just before the incident. 0 plus means just after the incident. What do you mean by incident? Incident may be switch close or switch open. But if you look at the figure, you can easily identify that at T is equal to 0, switch is closing. Do you understand? You just look at the figure. You just look at the screen. Is the screen visible, right? Is the screen visible?
Sir.
Right. So if you look at the figure on the screen, at T is equal to 0, switch is closed. That means T is equal to 0 minus means switch is open. At T is equal to 0 plus means switch is closed condition. Okay, that's what he's mentioning. T is equal to infinite indicates steady state condition. Just now we speak about what do you mean by infinite amount of time and all these things. Okay, this is a case one. In the another case, okay, if you look at the another case, at T is equal to 0 minus, the second figure you just look at T is equal to 0 minus, that means switch is connected to V, R and L. At T is equal to 0 plus, switch is connected to RL circuit. Source is not present because switch is moved from the place 1 to the place 2 where the source is not connected. So like that you can create n number of different cases, the transients. So similarly, series RC circuit at T is equal to 0, switch is closed. T is equal to 0 minus means switch is open. T is equal to 0 plus means switch is closed. So here one point you have to remember, T is equal to 0 minus or 0 plus, current through inductor does not change. That means at T is equal to 0 minus, current through inductor is I0, means at T is equal to 0 plus, obviously current through the inductor should be I0 only. Why? What is the reason? The reason is simple. Inductor does not allow sudden changes in the current. So T is equal to 0 minus and 0 plus means the same instant, just before and just after, within that fraction of seconds. It won't change. Why? Because sudden changes, inductor does not allow sudden changes in the current through it. Similarly, if you look at the capacitor, T is equal to 0 minus and T is equal to 0 plus. Voltage across capacitor should be the constant. Why? Because it does not allow sudden changes in the voltage across it. So here another case. T is equal to 0. The switch is moving from the position 1 to position 2. 0 minus, RC circuit along with source is connected. At 0 plus only RC circuit is connected. Okay. If we talk about source free RL circuit, okay, if we talk about source free RL circuit, that means there is no source is present. Just we switch over to the switch 2. If you look at the screen here, right, if you look at the screen here, previously it is in the position 1 where source is present. Now it is moved to another position where source is not present. So it's a source free RL circuit. At T is equal to 0 minus, the current I is equal to I0, let's say. So current through the inductor is supposed to be I is equal to I0. At T is equal to 0 plus also, just as the switch is moved to the next position also, the current through the inductor does not change. So I is equal to I0 only. So if you apply the differential equations to the particular circuit, so IR plus L into dI by dt is equal to 0, IR is equal to minus L into dI by dt. If you solve the differential equation, then you will get the response as, if you get the current response, if you want the current response to the circuit, I of t is equal to I0 into e to the power of minus R by L into t. Okay, If you go through the initial conditions, you know about the initial conditions. Current through the inductor is already known. If you solve the differential equations with the initial conditions, then finally I of t is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus r by L into t. This will be the response. The response will be like this. This is nothing but it's a decay. See, if you look at the circuit, if you look at the waveform like this, I is equal to, okay, your current response I of t is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus r by L into t. What it shows? It shows decaying response of current through the inductor. Okay, it shows decaying response of the current through the inductor. Yes or no? Decaying response. So why decaying response? You just look at the figure. Simple. It is nothing but some constant I naught. So it starts from I naught. At t is equal to infinity means e to the power of minus infinity, nothing but 0. What is the value of e to the power of minus infinity? It is nothing but 1 by e to the power of infinity, which is equal to 1 by infinity, which is equal to 0. So at t tends to infinite, that means when t tends to moving towards infinite, the response is happen to be the 0. From the equation we can write. So inductor current is discharging. Why inductor current is discharging? So mathematically we discussed. So physically if we discuss about, see, just before switch over to the next position, this inductor, this RL circuit is connected to the source. So it is charged fully. So it stores some energy. Okay, that energy is dissipated or decreased or decayed. Okay, the form of current it is stored, the form of magnetic field it is stored, then it is decayed. That's what concept wise. The discharging inductor current direction does not change, but voltage particulars are reversed. Yes or no? So previously when it is charging means plus and minus. So in this way. So when the source is absent, in the absence of source, it acts like a source. So the previous case, it acts like a sink and it stores all the energy. Once the source is absent, it has to act like a source, and in the reverse direction, it will pump the energy to the system. This is like, okay, this is like when mother or father present, okay, our elder brother is like a sink, he will take money from it. Suddenly they are out of station for 3 or 4 days. What he will do, our younger brother, sorry, our elder brother, what he will do? Instead of acting as a sink, he will act like a source and he will supply that money. That money flows into the system, into the our house requirements. Maybe for 3 or 4 days, our parents are not available. Our elder brother will take care. Okay, he'll purchase whatever we want. Okay, for that 3 or 4 days. The same situation when the source is there, your inductor act like a load or a sink. When your external source is absent, it must has to take care. So previously it acts like a load or sink. Now it acts like a source and it will supply the energy to the system, to the RL system. That's what. So RL circuit with source, the same. Same differential equation you can write. Previously IR plus L into di by dt is equal to 0. But here V is equal to IR plus L into di by dt. So if you solve that differential equation, okay, your complementary function plus particular integral. Simple. The mathematics you have seen in your first or second year level, maybe in your +2 level also, intermediate level. So solving of the differential equations. If you solve any differential equations, it will be having complementary functions plus particular integral. If you solve that response, here I of t is equal to a into e to the power of minus r by L into t. Okay, if you solve for the initial conditions, you will get a into e to the power of minus r by L into t plus v by r, the response. So finally, you will get the equation as I of t is equal to v by r into 1 minus e to the power of minus r by L into t. See, you just observe the previous waveform. When the only inductor and resistor is present, the current decaying response. Okay, exponential decay. Here exponential rise. V by r into 1 minus e to the power of minus r by L into t. So the things are charging. So at the steady state, it will reach to the maximum voltage. So like that, the response will be there. So this is about RL circuit when source is present, when the source is not present. So next topic is source free RC circuit. Similar to the RL circuit, just we have seen, we have RC circuit here. At t is equal to 0 instant, the switch is moving from the source to the another point here. So this is a source free circuit. At t is equal to 0 minus, just before switchover operation, at t is equal to 0 minus. So voltage source is connected to your RC circuit. At t is equal to 0 plus, just immediate instant. So it's a source free RC circuit. The source free RC circuit, if you need the response, you just apply the differential equations, or in fact, you can even go to the Laplace transform, whichever is familiar to you. Okay, Laplace transform or differential equations. You can use any mathematical equation to solve series RL circuit, series RC circuit, source present or source opposites or whatever. It's a simple mathematical equation. Okay, go through the differential equation only. So V by R plus C into dV by dt is equal to 0. V by R is equal to minus C into dV by dt. So you can solve the differential equation. So this is the decay. The current through the capacitor. Okay, current through the capacitor decays. See, when the source is present, capacitor stores the energy in the form of electric field. It charges. It takes energy from the source. In the absence of source, what happened? So we are looking for source-free RC circuit. In the absence of voltage source, rather than acting as a load, your capacitor acts like a source. Okay, no source is present. It is the source, and it delivers the energy, and it decays. The energy is decreased as the time progresses. At one instant, the time t is equal to infinite. Energy through the capacitor 0. So it is exponential decay. Immediately in the next instant, it won't be 0. So slowly, exponentially, it comes to the 0. At t is equal to infinity, the current is equal to 0. That's what. That means what it means, the energy stored in the capacitor with respect to time, it will be 0. Okay. So source connected. So you just look at here. Previously, it is acts like a load. When voltage source is present, next the switch is moved to the next position. This will be the circuit, source free RC circuit. Then it acts like a source. So the energy within it decays. In the discharging capacitor, voltage across capacitor potentials do not change, but current direction of the capacitor is reversed, of course, right? Similar in the case of inductor. The current direction here also. Okay, RC circuit with source. So the same. So V is equal to IR plus 1 by C into integral I dt. Same complementary function will be there. Particular integral will be there. If you solve it, okay, if you solve that equation, you know, while solving the equation, the previous class also will tell you. So while dealing with the inductor and capacitor, the transients, inductor initially acts like open circuit and finally acts like short circuit. Capacitor initially acts like short circuit and finally acts like open circuit. The reasons and everything I told yesterday and before classes also. That points are helpful while solving this type of equations. So complementary functions plus particular integral. So finally, okay, V into 1 minus e to the power of minus t by r. So the response will be like this. Instead of decay, it will be charged. So previously, voltage across capacitor decreases. Here, voltage across capacitor increases. At time t is equal to infinity, voltage across capacitor is maximum value of V. What is the maximum value of V? V is the source voltage. At infinite time, practically some time constants it may be, at infinite amount of time, let's say a 10 voltage source is connected to RC circuit. After infinite time, the same 10 voltage is applied across capacitor. Voltage across capacitor will be the same 10 volts. It charged to the same potential. That's what. Okay, if we speak about the time constant, I keep on telling. Time constant is L by R in series RL circuit and RC in the series RC circuit. What do you mean by a time constant? Time constant is the time taken for response to rise 63.2% of the maximum value is given as a single time constant. What do you mean by 63.2%? That means you go to the current through the inductor when source is present, that is V by R into 1 minus e to the power of minus t into L by R. L by R as a time constant. Okay. If you make it as a 1, then e to the power of minus 1, then it will be 0.63. So similarly, what is the voltage across capacitor in series RC circuit when voltage source is present? It is V of t is equal to V into 1 minus e to the power of minus t. If it is 1, time constant is 1. Similarly, it is also some 63.2%. Like that it defines. Okay, like that why it is a 63.2% means. So you just substitute your current response of series RL circuit when source present, current response of series RC circuit when source present. In that case, if you substitute your time constant is equal to 1, if you make your time constant is equal to 1, you will get outcome as 63.2% of the final value. Okay, like that if you go through it at 5 time constants, what I mentioned, if you substitute 5 time constant, it is nearly to unity. 1 time constant means after 1 time constant it reaches to 63.2, after 2 time constant it reaches to near to 93, time constant means maybe 93%. You just substitute some maximum value of v into some 1 minus e to the power of minus 1. What is the value? 1 v into 1 minus e to the power of minus 2. What is the value? V into 1 minus e to the power of minus 3 value. So like that 1 minus e to the power of minus 5. If you substitute, it is 99.9% of the final value. So practically after 5 time constants, okay, practically after 5 time constants, you will reach to the maximum value of the source value. Okay, what he is mentioning. We'll stop till this point. Okay, and once again I'm telling, if you want to deal with the transients, you have to be familiar with the fundamental concepts of inductor and capacitor, which we have discussed already long back. Okay, what is the behavior of inductor, what is the behavior of capacitor, how they store the energy, their responses, their behavior in the initial state and final state. The initial stage inductor is an open circuit, final state it acts like a short circuit, maximum current flows through it. Similarly, capacitor initially it is an open circuit, finally it is a capacitor initially it is a short circuit, finally it is an open circuit. That means maximum voltage deposited across it. So if you use that fundamental principle, if you solve the equations of series RL circuit, series RC circuit, when source is present, when source is not present, almost we discussed today almost two or three different and beautiful concepts. If you just please go through these topics today, almost 6 to 7 pages. If you go through these topics today, okay, tomorrow we'll continue the next topic. Immediately if I go to the next topic, it will be very difficult. Tomorrow we'll solve few problems based upon it. And we must be very familiar with these fundamentals, then only we can solve the next problems based upon it. You should be very particular about this funda. Okay, so tell me if you have any doubts and issues related to this particular topic.